very heavy decorations, but also a fun little like combat mechanics. Um, it's just not expanded enough on yet, in my opinion. And the decoration in that game is quite nice. It's a little on rails, but it's very vast in its on rail style. Like it gives you like a grid, mesh grid, but there may be, I would say, 3 times as much tile placement on a wall compared to Animal Crossing, for example, where you got like a, say on any given wall, you got like 6 squares. However, yeah, 6 squares, which you could go on the half. So say it's 18, and then the same thing going up, or maybe it's a little less going up. Imagine that, but it had, I don't know, 60 different places that you could put an item. And then very extensive crafting as well. I think I'd gotten near the end of the money-making tree, we'll say, in Palia before I had put it down. I definitely got all the high-level equipments for the ones that I cared about. You guys reminded me to be grateful I work from home and never leave unless for bank or coffee. Someone here is always sick. Never me, though. Knocks the fork on some wood. Yep. Only because I was just looking at it. I also remembered microplanes, right? Or for shaving garlic. I find delightful. I know this is a completely off topic, but I just wanted to mention. If you ever have like just some garlic to grate and you want a garlicky taste to whatever you're cooking, microplaning whatever the garlic is instead, you can get it really fine and do the whole process very quickly. But do not grate your knuckle, because once you get garlic in your knuckle, you will have relief by scrubbing it in water, like as as hard as possible. But it's not that, listen, it's not that bad, right? Like it's only just a tiny bit, like a paper cut's worth of a scrape. Right? You see that redness on my knuckle? That's it. That's all. You grated your skin. Happens all the time with graters. Yep. Oh, to be immune to the world again. That would be nice. Now I've got bruised knees and back pains. Little hand crank. Oh, I see. The last hand cranked item that I had, I broke. It was a hand cranked cheese grater, and I was all like super excited. I was gonna throw I threw Parmesan, although it was rated for real Parmigiano Reggiano. I started going and it broke. Needless to say, don't give me a hand crank item unless you are confident in its ability to stay standing. I've used this one to create so many cheeses. I'm surprised I have not broken it. I gotcha. I understood. I understood. That's the wrong button. Go get those gleamies. Uh, I just use a very typical box grader for the most part, except for microplaning. For microplaning, I just have like this long, like really long, like file almost of a microplane. Great for zesting, great for garlic. Ah, great. It's great. Hold on. Ah, ah. Anyway, puns aside. Wired? Zester. Yeah. This is the microplane. Dum, dum, dum. My abilities, huh? Do not zest things muchly. Nowadays, I do rarely zest, like limes and lemons. Specifically, I think the first recipe that comes to mind that I use lemon zest for is carrot cake, I believe. Carrot cake recipe that I used, or I have used in the past. It's been a long time since I made it. Would have lemon zest, but also I never realized how much oil went into a carrot cake. Did anybody know this is like you have to add a whole lot of fat to carrot cake? Like, it's not a surprise, but and it tastes great. I'm sitting here like I add like a cup and a half of what now? What? How is this gonna make a cake? Well, look at that, it made a cake. Huh? What happened to all the oil? Boom, 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 boom. Island and open up my DIYs because clearly I forgot today. I get my points today. I don't know if I did or not. It makes me feel better that it's not a me problem. Oh, so like you just have troubles with zesting? Sorry, I guess I misunderstood. You definitely stepped into the building. Yeah, it was, and I picked up. I'm not sure if I picked up the item that was in there, but yeah, this is the floor seat. I remember now. I had memories of thinking about whether or not I'd be pulled aside by one of my islanders and say, "Is that a floor seat I smell? What? What?" Me with the with either option, I when it comes to zesting, I is that the no? I just picked it up from the bin. That's where I got it. But also you gave me a transit seat. Push it against the grater I have? Yeah. If I get the cool egg-shaped one, it's in a Google, I'd hold the fruit and push the grater against the zester. The fruit. So yeah, from what I understand, at least as many people that instruct how to zest fruits properly or whatever you're zesting is to like have the zester in hand and then like push it against, like you pull the grater against the fruit, that way you can maintain the outside a whole lot. But if you just put it down and then grate the fruit against it, that's fine too. You're still zesting. Pee pee poo poo to you. Eagle Cut, how you doing? Surrounded but alone. Hello, hello. How you doing too?
Quote number 562. Finish your burrito so we can pick up the puppy, The Sims 4, March 13th, 2024.
Finish your burrito so we can pick up the puppy. Oh, that would have been Earl. Like that was Earl picking up the puppy. I almost killed Avatar. You've got this. You can do it. I believe. Oh, yeah, like especially if you have the motion down too, like grating it against using the fruit, grating the fruit against the zester, the microplane. That's just fine. DeCapo, happy Friday to you too. How far in Tears of the Kingdom did you get? I ended up playing games with friends, so I couldn't pay attention too much, but I was lurking. And peeping. I saw you were working on a construct earlier, and I really like the combat in that game, like the items and the combat. Though I was also somebody who prided himself in the fastest way to kill the bosses was the best way. So I just wanted to kill things. Just trying hunting and making death trap vehicles. Nice. Yeah, I think wait, no. Did I see that you're in the water temple? Water place? Construct was the hardest fight for me, not gonna lie. Really? See, I thought Construct was like the easiest boss that was introduced, because they gave so many ways to fight it. So many really interesting ways to handle the fight that I thought were really, really cool. I think at first it's a little difficult, but then you get all these options and like, oh, that's so cool. Like I'm just gonna let him take this box. I'm gonna ride it up to him and beat him. Done 3 temples so far. Very nice. I built a tank. I casually drive it around, blowing up enemies. Oh. I don't think I built a tank yet. Even after 270 hours in that game. I feel like if they did a new master mode, I would play that again. But faster, maybe. I don't know. I would definitely go for a different strategy. Should really go beat Ganon. You never beat Ganon? I'm surprised he didn't end up getting all the Koroks. I watched you, yeah. I remember. There's only if you were here for long enough, you probably know the scourge of 2023. Was it 23? It was 23, right? Or was it 22? I think it's 22 now. '23. Okay. Whew. 23. When I played that game for like a month and a half straight. Actually, I think it was closer to 2 months. I also learned you can make a homing rocket. Yep. With Keese eyeballs. Boom, boom. Oh, I need to find Marlowe. Locks on enemies? Oh, see. Also, just be careful of any spoilers. In case DeCapo does not want to hear it. Heads up. Empty. Ooh, DeCapo, have you encountered or fought a Gleeok yet? I feel like there's no way that you haven't encountered one at this point, but... There's a mashup of Crypto Necrodancer and Zelda called Cadence of Hyrule. There's a boss called Gleeokenspiel? Huh. Huh. this, I can make other things happen, like this. Bark. Bark. Grace, good morning. May I post it? Yeah. A remix Song of Storms? Sure. Bark. Bark. Marin. Nintendo Music Archive. Gotcha. I'll have to check this out. Unless it's available on Spotify, I'll have to check this out another time. Just so I don't get hit with copyrights. Ideally. I'll probably have to after stream at least. I just can't keep record of me listening, you know? Marnin, friendo. How do you be? Grace, I feel like you would have some pretty interesting ones, because, like, at least... I know that you're not, like, the biggest fan of cinnamon. But, like, we're talking about smells or spices or stuff that you would associate with a season. I was having a lot of trouble associating ones outside of fall and winter. Like, I don't really think of any spells outside of that. Like, obviously there's like the nature smells that you can find, but the only things that I came up with, I mean, hi, Morgan. Ogs? I just woke up, y'all. My bad. Don't feel bad about it. He's funny. Had to laugh. Ba-dum-bum. A 100%. All fall and winter smells, yeah. Months of flowers and blooming, cold months, nothing blooms, so we burn smelly stuff, maybe? Like as far as like even seasoning stuff, like typical things that you'd make maybe during summer. Like the only thing that I could think of for summer specifically is like the smell of like charcoal or like a grill and like burgers. Coconut is a summer smell. Not a bad idea. Yeah, coconut is definitely a good summer sunscreen. I was trying to keep it food oriented. I'm not gonna blame anybody for eating sunscreen, but I don't think that's healthy. Lemongrass? Oh, okay. Stand. It's just so crunchy. That's about. That's about. Yeah, wait, hold on. I'd have to do this, but that's just that is some of the things that I was wanting to do. I had to scratch the mark brain. The intrusive thoughts one. There we go. I'm gonna keep this arm out, you know? The other one's stuck. Can't quite see if it lines up either. It actually looks like it lines up pretty well. Needs to come up a tiny bit more. There we go. Ah. Right hand in the barrel. Listen, it's stuck. Okay, we're not link beat barrel beating, you know. I should probably have a button for that green screen filter. That way I can activate it. I don't know. Quickly. Okay. Sand? You eat sand? And sand doesn't smell. I mean, yeah, I mean, it depends on what kind of sand. Getting over it with Mark and Blanc, exactly. Try to eat at the beach? You definitely have a ham and sandwich. I'm very careful when it comes to sand. I eat it as a very, very quick and visceral, like, appetite turning moment for me if I bite into sand. I can't do clams. I can't do mussels. I can't do any of them with fear of getting sand in my mouth. Ugh. Just suddenly like finding something crunchy in what you think would be soft is devastating to me. I don't know why sand is so particularly bad, because I've definitely had like eggshell in flavor crystals, eggshell in a cake before, and like just brush past it because cake is great, but like clams, I don't know why. The sand in those is just revolting. I've never gotten sand in my mouth from seafood, ever. I have almost every single time I've had shellfish. That isn't like crab. Almost every single time I've had some amount of sand in my mouth. I had even tried, like, I always like trying stuff. I was offered at like a fancy steakhouse. I was offered to try someone else's clam chowder, and they assured me, it's like, I've never had sand in it. It's always great. It's fresh. I tried it. I didn't make a scene, but the moment I bit down into it, sand. Like, not a lot. Just like all it takes is a single granule of sand, and suddenly I am outie, you know? Flex him? Oh, this is the shirt that I don't really need to roll up. Flex. Oh.